What's up, everybody? This is Jermaine Davis, the director of 3 for 10, and I'm here about to step into my spotlight with Brandon Houston, the superstar spotlight. It finally happened, baby. Jermaine, Jscooby with Brandon Houston, your favorite actor, my favorite actor, superstar spotlight. Yeah!
What's up, you guys, and welcome to another episode of Superstar Spotlight. I am your host and favorite actor, Brandon Houston, and I just want to say thank y'all for tuning in to another episode. As always, this episode is sponsored by Guilty Rich. Make sure y'all go and check out the Instagram, guilty.rich. Check out some of the merchandise they got for the fall collection. Make sure you cop you some merchandise. Tell them I sent you there. Tell them you want something to wear for the fall season, because if you're going to be guilty rich. Okay? So shout out to them and everybody over there working hard at Guilty Rich. And with that being said, we're going to get right into this episode. So stepping into the spotlight today is an individual who has been taking the film industry by storm. I'm talking about short film content is going crazy right now. Right now, he's got out titles like Blonde, Sisters, Second Chance, and he even has one out currently featuring me. It's called 3 for 10.
Hey, look, anyway, Mama been calling for you, bro. She been on my case because you ain't been answering your phone.
Look, man, I holler at her on something in my hustle, man. I'm getting these DVDs off.
You got the hustling?
Out here hustling.
How much you done made, Rico?
I made enough.
How long you done been out here?
I'm not here long enough.
Man, you ain't sold shit.
And that one's going crazy right now as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want y'all to put your hands together and make some noise as he steps into the spotlight. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Jermaine Davis. Yes, sir. Welcome to the spotlight.
Thank you.
Yeah, how you feeling today, man?
It was really good, man. Like, it's very finally able to do this with you and everything.
Yeah.
And, I love what you're doing. You're putting a spotlight on artists and different talents in Flint, and I just feel honored to be a part of this now, So,
yeah. I'm definitely glad to have you here because we got some things that we need to talk about when it comes to the film and the film industry itself.
Right, exactly.
And just really getting your story and everything like that. So we just gonna put you in the spotlight and we gonna talk about it. Man.
Okay.
So are you ready to step into the spotlight?
Oh yes, I'm ready to step into the spotlight. Yeah.
All right. So if he's ready and y'all ready, we gonna get right into it.
All right.
So first question right off the bat, just the typical question that everybody wants to know, man. How did you get started with filmmaking?
Oh, well, I would say since I was young, I was so in love with movies and movies like Jurassic Park, Men in Black, and Independence Day. Then kind of movies like Titanic and Boys in the Hood, Poetic Justice, and it was just I just was so in love with this. I was just oh wow, and then it dawned on me till I was 18 or 20, and I just kind of yo, what? I want to be a film director. I want to learn how to capture stories and make people feel how I felt when I watched movies, So I just, I was trying to get into a few times when I saw they was doing a film class. And I just knew wasn't until I finally got this chance to do it and saw how it does. It's I knew I was destined to do this, right? So I just kind of that's kind of how I just saw movies growing up, it's just kind of watching movies classic films like Casablanca, Ten Commandments, all of that, John Wayne movies from my grandmother used to watch, and just knew that I always wanted to shoot and make something like this, So yeah, that's kind of how I got into it. Just always going to the theaters and just seeing movies and being so compelled by the stories and everything. And I was just yo, I have stories I want to tell too. So I just that's what I wanted to do. So
Oh yeah, that's definitely dope. That's definitely dope. And it seems like you have a diverse interest when it comes to movies. It's not one specific genre.
Oh,
Or anything like
right,
that.
right. It's like, whether it's action, drama, horror, romance, romantic comedy. I'm into all different types of genre. Like I know, some filmmakers, they have a specific genre that really inspired them to want to like make movies, and they only stick with that. That's cool. But it's like with me, it's kind of like, I look at it like, I love either doing drama. I literally like drama because you could do so much with it, but it's like, it's very simple in a way. And horror is something great that I really want to sink my teeth into. But it just has to be the right timing.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of like, I like 3 for 10 is like the first time I ever tried like doing silly black comedy, but try to do it in a very different and smart way, try to, like the specific things that we talk about is something that, black people can relate to and what other people can relate to as well. And simply that, it's just like, I want to do more action too and sci-fi. So yeah, so that's why like, I love all genres. So it's
Well, yeah, it's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, that
right.
just expands your knowledge when it comes to like different types of films that you want to create. You can integrate different genres into it. You can even make your own genre.
Yeah,
good. So yeah, that's definitely that definitely speaks to me. For me being a creative as well. So,
definitely.
So yeah, I can definitely relate to that. But
right.
Speaking of 3 for 10 that you just mentioned, we gonna get right into that. First, I want to say it is an honor working with you on that project.
Same here, man.
It's dope, man. It's definitely
bro.
dope.
Oh my God, bro. Y'all so talented. You, Case, LaTroya, Sunshine Grid, Star Consuela, and then, Nala Shakur, J.R. Dunn, Charles Dudley, John Prisolano, who helped me out with the cinematography and everything with the movie. It's just like the way how all of it came together, it's just like, it was really cool. Yeah. So yeah, like, cause I was just like, yo, I wanted to like always work with you. I know the first film we worked on together was Sane. But then I was like, yo, I really like want to work with you, and then I was just like 3 for 10. I was like, boom, have you, and then on to the next one. You're like the main star of that movie. So it's just like, it's been amazing. Like, definitely, man. Like, same here. Honored to work with you too as well. I was like, I always want to work with Brandon because like, he seems like a very talented guy. He's a talented dude, like actor dude. And I was just like, yo, gotta work with him. He's like, cause you always put out there saying, hashtag your favorite actor and everything.
Yep.
And I was like, and I really believed that shit. Cause I was like, dude, this dude's talented as hell. He's really good in comedy. And I was like, I want to tell a really good comedy film with you. So that's kind of like how that went. Yeah, man.
Yeah, make sure.
I know that was
no, you good. You good.
Right.
Make sure y'all check out 3 for 10.
3 for
Before
10,
I get into my next question, I want to tell y'all that 3 for 10 has been globally recognized at the Lift Off Global Film Festival.
Right.
So yeah, we know worldwide out here. So y'all better make sure y'all tap in with us and check out 3 for 10. So with that being said, that leads into my next question. What was the inspiration for creating 3 for 10?
Well, the first 3 for 10 was called The Bootlegger. It was like based upon me wanting to tell a story about how people used to be so dedicated to bootlegging, selling, going out there hustling, something I saw a lot when I was growing up. And it was kind of just like, yo, I want to just tell a story of some guy who still thinks that he wants to do that type of stuff, and inspirations from like Afro surrealism, such as what I saw with Donald Glover's series Atlanta. It's doing the strange things, but making a story out of it, but making it black related too, So it was kind of like, okay, so this guy has, some mental disability where he he just thinks so much in his past. Like some people just don't never grow up, and so they don't never grow up or move on or adapt. He's so far from out of touch with reality and how things are now. He still thinks that he is a bootlegger, and then it's causing issues with his family, his friends, all that. People looking at him like he's crazy. So that was kind of just like I was like, well, people used to look strange to me when he was out there bootlegging. When I knew certain things we could get it on the internet, and that internet kept growing, and it's so advanced now. It would look even more ridiculous to see something like that. So I was just like, yo, I would make something like that and just show how, something that I used to see, just make that into a story and then just, and through a black comedy, so something like that, a dramedy. Yeah. So, yeah.
Okay. So
I was like totally inspired by that. And that inspired just like other works, like I said, like with Atlanta, even with Issa Rae, and how she tells stories and everything. Like I wanted to tell stories like that, to that degree, Yeah.
Oh yeah. So okay, I definitely see like shades of Atlanta in 3 for 10. Like it is crazy, y'all. I'm telling y'all. And for you to bring together the talent that you did under one umbrella and just have us like mesh together seamlessly like that, because you've got 4 Fly City Award nominated talents on there. So that's crazy. Like that's one of the only films that has that much talent on one
all in one
project.
film.
So how do you get everybody to come together and form that chemistry? When you've got 4 different high profile talents on there, how do you bring everybody together and make this film happen?
It's basically like I look at talent. I look at what people do a lot. I kind of just like sit back and I watch and I examine. I certain people and I just be like, well, I usually just either do auditions or message people, and especially if I have a relationship with them or know them a little bit, and have worked with them in the past, I'd be like, look, I know that you're great for this product, for this role. I send you the script, let you read it, like it. When I bring people together, it's kind of like I knew you guys worked together before in the past, So it's kind of just like I knew that with this type of film project, I knew the type of actors that I wanted. And when you know the actors that you want and you're able to get that, that it's going to flow. It's going to be all right. It takes a lot of pressure off of you and stuff like that too. When you see everybody gel together, because your energy reflects upon everybody. And what I try to do is I try to make it where everybody comes together and they're comfortable with each other and they are able to flow with each other and go over things and stuff. And that's just how it kind of just does, how it goes about, So I like to, especially if I know that people have worked together in previous films or projects, and I love the chemistry that they had in that, I would totally try to bring them on somewhere like that where it can build up on that and everything.
Right. Okay. So yeah, with that being said, I'm not being biased in any way, shape, or form because I'm in it. But 3 for 10 is the best short film out there right now. So I want y'all to check it out for sure.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I want to say that I love what you do, man. I appreciate you for taking your time to create something that the community can enjoy. Not only the community, really everybody can enjoy for real. So,
everybody, yeah.
So I want to backtrack a little bit. In the beginning, I mentioned some of your previous films that you have done. Majority of them have been short films. Has there ever been a point where you made a short film and then you looked at it and you said, maybe I can turn this into a feature length film or turn it into like a series or anything like that?
Oh, definitely. I would say like my first film I did, short film I did. It was back in 2015. It was called Isolation. It was about a story about a young woman who is stuck in her apartment, and she's scared of things like of the craziness of the world. And so she kind of just keeps herself isolated, and then she has this guy who kind of helps her, but ends up figuring out a weird, crazy plot twist. But it helps give her the strength to like get the help that she needs. Um, that's one that I'm definitely gonna start working on and try to make it as a feature. 3 for 10 is like the first time I wanted to do like a series or a sequel or something like that, where it's like it's actually coming together really well. But yeah, so that's one I have, tons that I would love to make features. If I one day I just be able to have that type of money and time, I'd be able to like turn on the short films into features. I would do that definitely. So I was like, but Isolation is definitely one that I really got my eye on doing that. So yeah, and a lot of people keep telling me that. Like a lot of people, like they'll be like, people that really was like close, like when I was in college and stuff, they was just telling me like, yo, you got to make Isolation a feature length movie. It has to be done, like because that's one that a lot of you know old school like that seen my work from the beginning, that they really touch upon that, and they really like try to get me to want to do that. And I just like I'm only gonna do it like only when it's right and when my heart is telling me to do it. So I kind of just like, okay, if my heart is like saying, yeah, this can be a feature. Just like if my heart is telling me that, all right, there's more story to be told here. And that's kind of like why I'm still continuing 3 for 10. So, because there's more story to be told there, So, but yeah, definitely. So that's like, yeah. So, feature length film is going to be coming really, 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 really soon. Really soon.
All right, bet. And when it comes, sign me up.
Right. Oh, definitely.
I'm signing up for it.
You know it.
Exactly. So yeah. So if y'all out there and y'all want to get into acting as well, y'all hit up Jermaine, man. He's dope, man. He's got content for days. He's
right. Oh yeah, definitely. A bunch of skinny content, crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you got extensive content out there, a huge catalog, and that actually transitions into my next question. You talked about hearing from your peers about doing feature films and things of that nature, but what has the overall feedback been for the things that you have created so far?
It's usually positive. Some I'm not really proud of a little bit because of sound. Things that, I have to learn and experience, as I keep going and making this on this journey. Has been tons of praise, tons of criticism, tons of growth, tons of people working with, tons of people kind of just like I said, it's a learning and growing experience, and where they have, I get usually people that said, well, your movie made me cry, which I'm like, well, great. Because that was the intention for you to cry.
Right.
Or, I really love that, the feedback I'm getting for 3 for 10, like, it's like people say, oh my God, it was funny as fuck, or funny as hell, and like especially the last part, with Troy, what she says, and it's just like I knew I wanted to gravitate. I wanted them to really get that type of feedback, that they really enjoyed it and laughed and just had a good time laughing at it. Because or just if it's like, oh, it made me feel a little disturbed or uncomfortable. It's like, if that's my intent of you and the type of feedback that I want, then yeah, that's a success. I feel like that film did its job, you know. But then other than that though, yeah, usually I get feedback of, you know, whether if it was something with the sound or something like, yeah, I could have done better on it, or something that, you know, how it made them feel emotionally. Yeah, so that's kind of like how it is.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say from what I've seen,
Yeah, it's been
generally
really great.
positive. Yeah.
Generally positive, yeah.
And I like the fact that you keep using that as motivation to keep going,
yes.
and keep creating and keep being in that creative spirit.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just dope to see you always working, man. And even when it seems like you're not working, you're definitely working, because like not only are you like in filmmaking, but you know, you do like videography too. Like I've seen you done like a couple of music videos, things like that too. So is there a difference in your shooting style when it comes to shooting a movie as opposed to shooting like a music video or a commercial or anything like that, or is it generally like the same type of approach?
It's sort of like the same approach. I take it with music video. It's kind of like easy. You know, you're playing the music and telling the artist to do certain things, or background people to do certain things, and then, you know, you're just filming. But it's more movement with the camera you do. You know, which I like doing that a lot. I like moving the camera around. You know, when I'm trying to capture a shot with somebody, and just trying to give a type of movement so the audience can have a certain feel when they're watching it. You know, even same thing with commercials. It's the same, just getting objects or whatever you're advertising, shooting that. I'm trying to go that approach with that. With film is like still, sometimes camera's still, sometimes camera's moving, you know, so that's my different approaches with that. But it's kind of all the same, you know, but it's just, it's a little different approach that you have to bring to it. Little different adjustments. So yeah, that's like, I look at it all the same. But I rarely even like shooting music videos. You know, I rarely shoot music videos. I rarely do. Just more I'm more comfortable with just filming and making movies and commercials. But other than that, if it's like a music video that, you know, that I feel that I really want to make, I just do it, you know. And I try to approach it sometimes in a filmmaking kind of way, you know, telling the story in between, or how it's shot, where it's certain places at, where it's not looking so lit, but it's kind of like the shadows, it brings something out, especially if it's a dark song or anything like that. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. I was about to say, man, I got this mixtape coming.
Right.
I need some music videos.
Oh, we're gonna be showing a lot of crazy music coming out.
You got me on the
you know that I got you.
Got me on the. I got music coming soon. Okay, I don't really got music coming soon, but if I did, I'm hitting you up.
Thank you. Right.
But I'm sorry, y'all. But that's gonna bring me to another question that I have for you. So as a filmmaker, it's a journey, it's a process, you know, getting into that creative mindset, getting into that creative spirit, everything like that. So what have you learned as a filmmaker that has helped you as you've gone along in your journey? And then I'm going to make it a two-parter. So what have you learned in your journey as a filmmaker? And then for someone that's getting into filmmaking, what do they need to know in order to grow their career in that industry as well?
Well, I could say that what I have learned is that you need to have patience. Sometimes, you know, you have to really control your emotions, especially if actors can't make it or something pops up. You have to understand that it is your art and you want to create it. But you have to realize that the people that are helping making the art have lives. They have personal lives. They have things that they do. It's kind of more like you have to just realize that it doesn't revolve just around you as the director, as the creator of this project. It's like you have to be patient. You have to treat your actors, like human beings or like children, and understand, nourish, and protect. When you're on set, safety, time management. It's really something I just really regularly working on, and learning that you have to get everything right before you hit the record button. That means whether it is like sound wise, how it looks, how it's framed, how what objects is in there, continuity, all of that. That's something I've just been learning throughout, journey going through this, just making sure your ISO is correct, making sure, it's focused, the shot, everything. You're getting everything that you want before you say it's a wrap on that set. And just trying the best and trying new things and just kind of trying to experience something else, experiencing something new. It's like every film I ever work on, it's just like I learned something different about that. And if you want to create, and the best way to start is just, and I know this answer is so generic, but it's like just pick up a camera, or pick up your phone, or start shooting something, Like when you make skits on TikTok, or if you make something on Instagram, you're still filmmaking because you got to do different shots.
That's
God.
big money calling it right now, y'all. You're not editing that.
But yeah, sorry about that. Hey, all right, edit out. Wait, man. Okay, all right,
we'll cut it.
Mm-hmm.
We're not.
Okay, wait.
So, you said nothing?
No.
Why?
Because thug life.
If you want to create, this your second part, your question, is that it's simple. You pick up your phone, your camera, get a camera, your phone. You can use your phone. If you got an iPhone 15, 14, whatever, Pro, whatever, you can shoot with that. You can shoot with any type of camera and make your movie. Whatever it is. It could be a 2-minute film. It could be a movie about people walking to the store and they're just having a conversation. It could be about whatever, My advice is just to go out there and just start shooting and start learning and read a lot. So that's what I had to do. I had to read a lot of stuff about filmmakers, especially some of my idol directors that I look up to, like Steven Spielberg, George Lucas, Scorsese, John Singleton, Spike Lee, Ryan Coogler, so it's Steve McQueen, all them guys. They just, it's a wider range of ways you learn, and you keep doing it. It's YouTube. You don't really, if you want to go to a film college, or go to a college and learn how to make it, go ahead. If you don't want to do that, you can just do it on YouTube and look up anything about filmmaking, how to do short films, how to do cinematography, how to direct, how to do a budget, how to do everything, wrap all that stuff up. It's like, it's so much out there that there's no excuse of why no one should be able to make a short film or make anything that they want to create. It's right there in our hands. It's right there, right in front of us, Yeah, so.
That's definitely solid advice. So if anybody that wants to get into the filmmaking space, it's like Jermaine said, and just pick up a camera, pick up a phone, and just start.
Just like what you're doing right now, exactly.
That's exactly what I mean.
That's what you're doing, right?
I was like, let's make something happen. And now we've got the filmmaker
Right.
in the spotlight.
Thank you.
So look, it all just comes full circle.
Full
at
circle
this
all
point,
the way.
man. And it's dope to have you here, man.
Thank
I
you.
just gotta keep reiterating that because, what I want to do is just keep lifting up people that are doing positive things within the community. And you are definitely one of those people
Thank you, bro.
doing something positive in the community, giving a space for actors like me to be creative, to
Yes.
express myself in different ways, and I definitely appreciate that, and I definitely want to say thank you to you for that.
Thank you, man. Right, same here, brother. I just want to, help people to express. I love when people are expressing their creativity and their passion. That drives me to work harder and do more with mine. So thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem, man. No problem, man. And speaking of doing more, just to parlay off of the success that 3 for 10 is currently experiencing, what can we expect from you going forward in terms of content? What are we going to see for the rest of this year and for 2024 and the foreseeable future?
You're going to see. Well, you got The Legend of 3 Pac is coming. It's dropping soon, and then for next year you're going to have another. It's going to be like the third installment of 3 for 10. It's going to be in the process of making, and next year is going to be 3 for 10 Part 3. And next year is going to probably be. I'm trying to do something very sci-fi-ish. Very sci-fi, and then some horror. Trying to do more of that, and then if I feel like I'm complete with this trilogy with 3 for 10, might make another trilogy with the same characters but different characters being in the forefront. Yeah. So other than that, though, yeah, that's what I have coming. That I have planned for right now. So, and I feel that, I won't be like kind of partnering, trying to do more into getting films into spots like such as Tubi, such as doing more of like big premieres, especially if it's a feature that I'm doing. So you might be seeing a couple more shorts and possibly the first work and first production part of the feature and stuff. So you're gonna be hearing more about that. So they'll be hearing more about that and everything. So.
All right, so you heard it here first. There's going to be a big 2024 coming from Jermaine Davis. Make sure y'all tune in with him, tap in with him. He got space and opportunity for y'all to come and act, come and show your stuff, come and express yourself, come and work with me, because I'm going to be working with Jermaine too. So y'all get to be on the set with me, your favorite actor. So what's better than that, for real?
That's right.
So as a person who isn't familiar with your work, or if there's a person out there that isn't familiar with your work, I wouldn't say me. I'm in it. Of course, I know your work. But why would someone want to watch one of your films? Like, what stands out about your work that you want to present to people and say, this is me, this is what I create, this is why it is what it is, and you should check it out?
I say the more it's like, I'm kind of like just want people the more to see what stands out is look at how the shots are. Look at how, what brings out in the story with the characters and everything. And I really like for that to be more stand out, where they could just see and they like, wow, I never seen nothing like this before being done by somebody here, in this city, or just kind of like seeing something where it pops out, where it pops to people, like certain jokes, certain twists that I do in the plot. Like, for instance, if they figure out this character is not even there, it's kind of like, this should show, like, this is something different. And I like for them to see that it's something different from what they have seen before, Not saying that it's better than anybody else, but it's kind of just like, it's just, I would love for them to, like, when they watch it and they experience that, it'd be like the best thing they probably have ever seen. And be like, yo, this is good. And then they see that it's nothing to play around, so. Yeah, so it's kind of more like I try to present certain topics or certain things that people may recognize and they have already never seen in a short before, have seen people have done before, and just like kind of have them make that pop, you know. And if it pops, that shows that this is who I am. I like to put and I like to insert things in that can excite people, you know, or make people feel that they didn't feel before in the film. So yeah, cut that. Oh,
Big Ray on the phone again. And that just
oh my
that just
goodness.
means another film about to happen.
Yes.
So y'all heard it from him first.
Wait, Brandon. You cut this out real quick.
Oh, well, while you do that, I'm gonna throw in the clip right here for y'all to check out.
You're so
Jamal!
Oh my.
Son, wait, what's wrong?
That nigga been chasing me.
What? What the fuck?
Dog, you gotta have this, bro. That new 3-pop.
Man, what the
Fire. You hear me?
What the fuck is this?
What the fuck is that?
That new 3-pop, it goes real hard. What y'all mean with
Why
it
the
that?
fuck are you chasing him?
I do the 3 for 10 all day long.
That clip right there is part of the reason why y'all should check him out. I mean, Jermaine Davis is one of the most creative people in the city, and I encourage y'all to check out his work. I encourage y'all to check out his films, especially 3 for 10. I mean, 3 for 10 is global right now.
Rock Global, UK,
Global right now.
Liftoff. Thanks, shout out to Liftoff.
Shout out to Liftoff.
Yeah,
we
the
known
UK.
all over the world right now,
Right.
and it's dope, man. It's definitely dope.
It's been seen by people in New Zealand, Germany, like Europe, UK. So it's just like, wow, this is, you know, just to have that be shown globally. You know, it's on through the United States, especially with the next one. It's going to be really, you know, into some big ones. And so, yeah, so I'm really proud about the attention we're getting and you know, knowing that our film is like on a global worldwide now. It's really cool. Right? It's really exciting.
Yeah, it's definitely cool and it's definitely exciting.
Mm-hmm.
And where do you want to see this go? Like, where do you want to see your filmmaking career go? Like, what's the end goal, or if there even is an end goal?
Yeah, bro. It's more of like being able to do something that where it's going to really generate great revenue, you know, money, and be able to make bigger projects. My biggest dream is right now to get a movie on Netflix, get a movie on, you know, I'm going to start putting movies on Amazon, and then, but making it where it's an exclusive, you know. And that's the dream, big goal. It's like, especially with this, you know, I would love for it to expand upon as a series that can be multiple series, you know. And sometimes I want to get it to where, like Brandon, is just great. I want to get it to where, you know, I have a studio where I help every creator, and I'm just producing and just giving them, you know, the money. I know their goals, I know their dreams. They give me the vision. I'm like, here, go with it, make what you want, you know, as long as it's not, you know, anything weird and like crazy. But it's like, you know, but something that is generally good and creative that you want to make, be able to help people do that. Because I want to make it where I could either write scripts and I don't have to direct it, but I have somebody else to direct, I produce, and then they just make it, you know, and just make whatever you want, you know, and if it's any of their ideas, you know, I want to be able to have it where we have, you know, a very huge media conglomerate, you know, something that will have people notice that, oh yeah, Hollywood definitely in Michigan. Hollywood is definitely in Flint. And, you know, shout out to, like, you know, all my mentors, like Rodney Brown and Dave Mbesa, who are both teachers of my community college for the Media Arts and Entertainment program there. I just like shout out to Antoine Brown. Shout out to, you know, Corey James Taylor, and shout out to Cody LaRue and the Flint Rat films. You know, that we're all just and been inspirations, and all of them have been doing great things. Shout out to Tiger Cherie and Black Widow Productions, and Ashley Mosley, and people like them are like creators like that. They just really inspire me so much, and it's just like, yeah. So and I just wanted to be able to, which have something where we can like just so create so much. There's so many creators out here with ideas, and be able to have something where it looks like it's really done with passion and it looks really good. The quality looks amazing. Just be able to do something like that. That's the goal right there. The goal is not just being the biggest building, but being the biggest building that helps. Not being the biggest building and trampling the other small buildings, but being the biggest building and helping all the small buildings around you.
Gotcha. Yeah.
To grow. And that's what I'm asking.
That works for me, and I sincerely encourage you to keep going, man.
Right.
Keep developing, keep building, keep creating dope content, man. Because as the general public sees it, man, it's enjoyable, it's relatable, and you're bringing in the community to help you build this thing up, and that's definitely dope to see, man. So I've got one more question for you before we wrap everything up, man. So your dream film, what kind of film is it, and who would be the cast of this dream film? You could have whoever you wanted in there. Who you putting together? What's the cast looking like? You can take your time.
This is so funny because my dream movie would totally be It is so funny because even back in 2015 when I first started, it was just like, okay, it was ridiculous. I just was make people laugh. But I'm dead serious. I would love it. It would probably be like a live action Digimon movie.
Oh, dope. That'd be dope.
It would be definitely that. It would be, it's something like I would love to cast. I don't know who I would want in it. I would want us in it, but
for sure. Great answer.
Definitely. But if it was like, it would have to be like unknown actors or either. But I would love to work with something maybe big with Will Smith. Well, definitely Will Smith. I would love to work with him one day. If that would ever happen. Which I'm saying it will. So it's like Michael B. Jordan. Some with I would have to say, if I could think of any actor's name, I'd be like, shoot. I would love to work with there's big actors. If it was like a superhero film, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
God, I would love to make a Justice League movie. I would love to make something like that. One day I would love to make something similar like that, or anything, or something that's like a Power Rangers like movie or something, But yeah, that's like, if I could ever have it, it's just so many ideas. But Digimon would be definitely the one.
Yeah, Digimon would definitely be.
But One Piece, that live action series is amazing. I love that. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So Will and Michael B. Jordan, if y'all watching this, come and work with Jermaine.
Any big name, Regina, Kevin Hart.
I'm gonna send it to all the big names. All the big names. PSA, all big name actors. We need you to come and work with Jermaine Davis. He's gonna get y'all right. He's gonna put y'all in position to be successful. For sure. Yeah. And I have one personal request. If it ever happens, I need you to call Zoe Saldana. For me.
Oh, I could have to get Zoe Saldana.
You gotta write.
You
gotta write something with me.
Right, you and Zoe Saldana. Yes. Definitely.
Make that happen.
Yeah. That would be great.
Zoe, I love you.
Zoe, yeah.
But Jermaine, I want to say thank you, man, for coming and doing this episode with me, man. It was great having you on. great having you here, learning about your story, your journey, your creative process, your creative spirit, and everything like that. I want you to keep going, keep creating, and everything like that. Keep getting bigger and bigger as you create more and more. And because I just want to say thank you for including me in some of your work, man.
Thank you for working with me, man. Thank you. You know, you're welcome, though. Thank you, though.
Yeah, no
Same
problem.
here, you know. That's a pleasure.
Yeah, so for those who aren't familiar, man, just drop all your social media and everything like that, where they can find you at and everything that you're working on.
Oh yeah, you can catch all my short films on YouTube. It's on YouTube, Jscooby 810. Instagram, Jscooby_810. It's Facebook, you know, Jermaine Jscooby Davis, or for my like page Jscooby Media, just look up Facebook, right? Jscooby 810 Media, and so it's kind of just, you know, it's all around, you know. So TikTok, Jscooby 810, Jscooby, and that's stuff I go by on social media, and that's where you will find all my content, shorts, skits, you know, everything. You know, you'll see Brandon on a bunch of them, and and what we got coming up next and everything. So definitely, yeah. Hey.
All right, cool. That's all the social media. Make sure y'all tap in with Jermaine Davis and Jscooby Media. Big things are on the way. I'm telling you, nothing but greatness is destined for this young man right here. I see it, and hopefully y'all see it too when y'all check out some of his work and what he has been doing around the city. It's going to be big. It's going to be national. It's already national and global. What am I saying? It's right. Already there. Right. It's already there. So make sure y'all tap into it. Jermaine, I just want to say thank you for coming on to the Superstar Spotlight. Thank you for stepping into the spotlight. And I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you, man, for sure. And for those of y'all who are watching this episode, I want to say thank y'all for tapping into this episode. You can find this episode and each and every episode on my Facebook page under Brandon Houston, also on my YouTube channel under Brandon Houston as well. You can find highlights and clips from this episode on my Instagram and my TikTok, which is Brandon Up Next 810. Make sure y'all tap into all of that. Follow the hashtag Superstar Spotlight, and don't forget to leave a like, leave a comment, and share this. And wherever you see it at, share it across every platform. It's dope for y'all to be involved as well. So with that being said, I want to say thank you to Jermaine. Thank you to each of y'all who have took the time to watch this episode. And shout out to Guilty Rich once again. Make sure y'all check out Guilty Rich Instagram at guilty.rich, because if you're going to be guilty, be guilty rich. So ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank y'all. We'll see y'all in the next episode. Jscooby Media is in the building. We about to go watch that 3 for 10. And the second part coming out soon, y'all. Legend of 3 Pac. Make sure y'all tune in. And this is me saying, see y'all in the next episode, y'all. Peace.